What if you decided to take a chance to live out some of your wildest dreams? And what if your decision to take that chance led to one of the best years of your life? I think I've always had this draw towards the mountains. The ever-changing landscape, endless places to explore, and it gives me this sense of peace, of belonging that I can never fully experience or reciprocate in other places. And yet it wasn't until the summer before my senior year of high school, when I booked a trip out to Salt Lake City, Utah, that I knew I would move to the mountains as soon as I was given the chance. From that point on, I always chose to vacation in places out west. I went to California, Park City, Utah, back to Salt Lake, road trip to Bryce, Zion, and Lake Powell. And finally, the deciding factor, visiting Vail my senior year of college. Truthfully, I always envisioned Utah as my initial destination. But after that trip, I started factoring in my love for snowboarding and really any sport that seems to flirt with the possibility of getting seriously hurt. And well, Vail seemed to fit into that picture almost perfectly.
It's July 24th. I am moving to Colorado in September.
The funny thing about actually going for it is that it's never as big and monumental as you expect it to be. Instead, there's all these little things that end up painting that big picture. It was the one simple sentence, "You should go for it and move out here after graduating from college," that my mom said to me on vacation. It was the slow and spaced out research on housing and jobs in Vail I did over the next few months while I was finishing up college. And then, at other times, it hits big.
Beautiful!
It was the decision to sell my car for a car that had four-wheel drive in anticipation of the snow. It's sitting in your empty college apartment.
It's empty. It's all cleared out.
It's that moment you said your last goodbye, and you realize you're really doing it.
I'm kind of terrified right now. I'm not even gonna lie.
And then, somehow it's normalcy again, even though it's nothing like you've ever experienced before. It's building a Lego set in an Airbnb because a hurricane ruined your plans on the first day of your drive. It's mundane one second, you're shaking out of the fear of doing something entirely out of your comfort zone the next. Then you're crying in awe at the beauty and life you've created the next. And around it goes again. And that's what I've learned over the past year of living in Vail and taking that chance towards my dreams. A majority of the moments are not those highs, it's still just life. But it's those highs that remind me that I did the right thing, that it is in fact everything I dreamed it would be, that I do belong here. I went into my move out here without many expectations and with very loose plans. And I'm glad I did, because from the moment I drove away from my house, many things went wrong.
So my campsite got canceled. So now I'm gonna sit in this random parking lot and try to figure out if I can stay somewhere else in Asheville for the night. It's raining outside. And I told myself I wasn't gonna let the weather deter my mood, but I'm getting annoyed now because I'm bored and I just want to be able to really wanted to go hiking this evening and set up my campsite and everything. Originally I was gonna stay with a friend in Nashville, but then she got sick, so I couldn't stay with her. So I had to book an Airbnb literally yesterday. For some reason, I'm just freaking out about being alone right now. I don't want to be alone anymore. I think it's supposed to be raining the whole day. So I'm trying to figure out what to do, except that I have no service.
My first week in Vail went well. I was able to stay in someone's apartment for 2 weeks while I looked for a more permanent place to stay. I also wasn't working yet, so I was able to explore some places like Piney Lake, take myself up on Vail's mountain, and even met someone I was able to go on this really cool but exhausting hike on.
I know 6:30 isn't really that early in the morning, but it feels early.
Things were running smooth until they weren't. And yet, the weird thing is, I never questioned my decision, and there was never an instance where I wanted to go back home. It was harder than I anticipated, but it was also just as mesmerizing as I hoped it would be. I'm not going to say it felt like the dream I had imagined yet, but I met some people, took a rad trip to the Grand Tetons in Yellowstone, and I was able to visit my best friend in Salt Lake City. Once ski season rolled around, I'd settled into permanent housing, met a good friend, who remains to be my best friend out here, and made it through the dreaded shoulder season. From mid-November to mid-January, it truly felt like everything I had imagined and more.
Slam dunk, are you ready to make me?
Nice.
I'm lit and I'm riding the fast lane. Don't let me down, I'm on fire.
Let's go, Jake.
The city wants
It's a holiday for sure.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Mid-January rolled around, and I could tell I needed some change in my life. I was starting to hate my job at Lulu, and as much as I loved snowboarding, I could tell I needed to throw some variety into the mix.
Dude, do you see this? Oh my god. Hey! It's a bike day!
By the end of winter, I really found like I found my balance. I had a job I loved, I was balancing my time skiing at the resort with pursuing trips on my own and snowshoeing for a change of pace. By the time Gaper Day and closing day rolled around, I was feeling good, but very ready for some warmer weather and the change of seasons. Immediately following closing day, I went home for the first time since leaving home.
Hi, I don't know what to do when I'm on video.
Okay, Bradley.
Hot dog. Hot diggity dog. That's the only one I know.
Ryan.
What are we filming for?
Whatever you want. As my vlog.
Oh. Hi, vlog watchers. This is Ryan, Ashley's brother. Best brother. #1 brother.
That's true.
I'm eating my chips.
Whoa, that's so cool.
Did you know dolphins could swim 22 miles per hour?
No, that's crazy. Kristen, give us something.
I don't want to say cheese.
Okay. Dad, you're last.
To the blog?
To the vlog.
Oh, the vlog.
Yes.
Okay. I'm on the spot. Okay.
It felt good to be back home, and I had really missed the lake, but after 2 weeks, I was ready to see more mountains again and experience my first Colorado summer. I had one rule: say yes to anything, and therefore get to experience just about everything.
It's calling me, like the rainbow. It's calling me, like the rainbow.
She's got the peppers, the onions, the cheese.
I can't
By the time mid-July rolled around, I felt like I had a glimpse into just about every hobby you could get yourself into around here. But I was missing that one thing that gave me a rush, and I knew biking would be the answer. Luckily, an opportunity to buy an affordable bike came up, so I went for it. And so my new obsession with downhilling came around.
Oh man, this is sick!
Now, as the end of summer is getting inevitably closer, and I've reached that year mark time frame, it has me thinking, what's next? What's my plan? Just 1 year ago, I left home knowing I was going into the experience of a lifetime, but also not really having any expectations. So is it everything I dreamed it would be? Absolutely, without a doubt, it is everything I dreamed it would be. And yet, it is completely different than I dreamed it would be. Been unexpectedly really difficult at times. Wondering, am I doing enough? Am I doing too much? Should I stay here longer, or is it time for me to move on to my next adventure? And truthfully, I think those are questions I've always and will always ask myself. It's part of my nature to always look for what's next, what's new and exciting. And I've learned to accept that part of me because it's led to some incredible experiences, like the one I'm living in now. As long as I can remind myself to be appreciative of what I have right in front of me. I've learned that I can get really addicted to one thing, like skiing or biking, but it's important for me to reach out and pursue other things because variety helps me stay present and appreciative. I've learned that in the act of pursuing one dream, it's uncovered other passions and dreams I've either started or plan on going after in the near future. Most importantly, though, I've learned to love myself and my life again. My collegiate gymnastics career left me pretty broken, but these people I've surrounded myself with have reminded me of who I am, and the sports I now pursue are the ones I've always dreamed of pursuing. And sometimes I forget how special this moment in life is for me. Then I reflect on what all has happened in just the past 365 days, and it nearly brings me to tears every time. I took my chance. I'm living my dream. So the question is, what dream am I willing to chase next?